Magandang araw na naman mga kababayan at mga kaibigan dito sa Amerika, sa Pilipinas at iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Welcome back to your program, our program, Buhay Pinoy sa Amerika at dito sa Rodeo TV channel. I am Teddy Molina at kasama ko na naman ang aking co-partner, my co-host in this program. Walang iba si Mr. Dan Nino, who is based in Los Angeles, at ako naman po ay nasa San Francisco. Sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam at ngayon lang nakapanood ng aming vlog, si Mr. Nino ay isang kilalang columnist and journalist dito sa California. He's writing for various newspapers in our state of California, and he's the chairman of the board of this Los Angeles-based Philippine Global Media Group. And he is also a licensed U.S. tax professional. My friends, bago ang lahat ay magpapasalamat kami ni Dan sa mga maraming viewers namin, iyong nakaraan naming vlog at marami rin sa inyo ang nag-subscribe sa aming Abang channel at from the bottom of our heart, we thank you so much. At sana po ay tuloy-tuloy kayong manangkilik sa aming programa na ginawa namin munang weekly. Hopefully in the near future, baka twice a week kami ni Dan. At salamat din sa inyo na nagbigay ng mga comments. At binasa namin yung mga comments nyo at kami ay nagpapasalamat sa inyo lahat for taking the time to give us your comments. And some of you, we have replied to your comments at yung mga iba ay hindi namin nasagot at balang in the next few days, we will do that. So, ang ating topic as usual na naman po ay dahil nag-araw-araw nagbabago ang developments tungkol sa impeachment issue sa Pilipinas against Vice President Sara Duterte. At ang huling developments na na-monitor namin ni Dan ay tungkol sa pagbibigay ni Senate President Chis Escudero ng kanyang timeline para sa impeachment proceedings. At napansin namin na he is sticking to his pronouncements na mag-umpisa ang proseso ng impeachment sa June 2nd. Na kung saan ay iyan ang schedule ng legislative calendar pagre-resume ng session ng Senado. At ayon dito sa in-announce ni Senator Escudero, magsisimula ang proseso sa June 2nd at mag-adjourn na naman after 1 week, more or less. And then, ang impeachment trial ay gagawin sa July 30 sa pag-umpisa naman ng bagong Senado or the 20th Congress. Anong masasabi mo dyan, Dan, dito sa mga bagong development na ito?
Anyway, Ted, una-una gusto kong batiin din ang ating mga kababayan sa buong mundo. Either magandang araw o magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. At nandito kami sa aming YouTube uli. Ako from Los Angeles and Hollywood, and si Teddy ay nasa San Francisco. So, Ted, ang tanong mo kanina na kung anong development, sa aking palagay ay habang humahaba ang ating paghihintay, yung namang mga abogado ni VP Sara ay gumagawa ng paraan para matigil or ma-abort itong impeachment proceedings o trial niya. At in fact, nagpunta pa sa Philippine Supreme Court para mag-argue na ang impeachment daw ay invalid. But I don't buy that idea dahil kung na sila ngayon parang nalilito na or naguguluhan or nasa panic mode na sila, Teddy. Kasi kung wala silang tinatago o kasalanan, kailangan ang ang kanilang attitude is iba. They would welcome it. Pero ngayon ang nangyayari, nasa panic mode, gumagapang na sila sa kung saan-saan. Pati nga si Senate President Chis Escudero ay ayaw mag-act dahil siguro merong silang tinatago dahil pati si Chis Escudero ang sabi niya na hindi siya nag-apura dahil ayaw niyang masasabing siya ay kumakampi kaya ayaw niyang kaganon ang kanyang estilo. Kaya, but anyway, alam naman natin lahat na ready na ang mga prosecutor congressmen. Sila ay naghahanda na rin. But I wish that matuloy ito para to find out the truth, to find out who really accepted the millions of pesos that was used by the office of the vice president, where it went, who got it, para maka, maka, makaliwanagan na kung saan talaga. And the prosecutors are really is ready and ready to go.
Exactly, but still pare, sa tingin ko ang itong stand ni Senator Chis Escudero in trying to interpret the word forthwith in the Constitution, hindi ko maintindihan. I think he's a brilliant lawyer at na-monitor ko in one of his recent interviews in his trying to justify his position when that word again was asked of him in a recent media interview. Ang sabi niya that he was sticking to his guns, so to speak. Ang sabi niya, ang sinabi, tama, ang sinabi ng Constitution ay forthwith. Pero hindi naman niya sinabi immediately. My God, what kind of statement and reply is that? Pare, para from a lawyer na whom I used to respect kasi during his days in the lower house kaya siya sumikat, maalala mo, he was
Yes,
one of the young guns
yes.
in the house and at sumikat siya dahil because of his brilliancy in in using his knowledge of the law. But this time nasa Senado, mukhang hindi tama ang kanyang pag-interpret ngayon sa salitang forthwith. Basta, sa lahat ng dictionary na nakita ko na at I think nakita na rin ng maraming Pilipino, maraming tao, dahil ang forthwith ay pinagdadebatehan na salita ngayon. Ang ibig sabihin ay walang iba kundi immediately. And
Okay.
yet here comes Senate President Escudero saying, hindi naman daw sinabi sa Constitution immediately. Ang sinabi lang ay forthwith. So anong ibig sabihin ng forthwith sa kanya? Hindi ba immediately? That is the question, my friend. What do you think?
Pero alam mo, ang kanyang palusot, meron siyang palusot eh.
Yes,
Kasi
exactly. That's the word.
mayroong,
Palusot.
yeah, meron kasi yung president, sabi niya. He cited the impeachment case of the former Chief Justice Corona. Now, although it was transmitted to the Senate, but it took now 1 month to 1 month and a half before the Senate jurors acting as judges acted on that impeachment complaint. Hindi daw agad-agad na after a few days, but it took the Senate 1 month to 1 month and a half to convene. Okay? And then, sabi pa niya, bakit daw yung Kongreso, it took them more than 2 months to transmit the fourth impeachment complaint. Bakit yung first three impeachment were not acted upon? And kaya medyo ko ito, medyo this is quite complicated para sa kanya. And then nung panahon din ni Justice Merceditas Gutierrez, it, it did not take the Senate to convene in a few weeks but 1 month after. So yun ang kanyang precedent na palusot. But alam mo, nung na-transmit yung impeachment complaint, it was transmitted on February 5. And the adjournment had to take place February 7. Bakit na-adjourn na kaagad?
Noong February 5.
On February 5. Eh, samantalang dapat sana sa February 7. So bakit hindi nila inaccept kaagad so that they can acquire jurisdiction within that
So,
2 days of period.
there were 2 more days
2 more days.
ng legislative calendar nila.
Right.
Pero noong February 5, naka-adjourn na.
Nag-adjourn na.
Just as on that date, and they were still in session, yung articles of impeachment na pinadala ng House of Representatives ay dumating naman sa Senado.
Oh, yes.
And we saw that on live television. And yet, there was still time, kahit na mag-adjourn sila noong February 5, there was still time to acknowledge receipt of
Precisely.
the articles of impeachment. And kung interesado sana sila, pwede pa silang mag-session kinabukasan, February 6.
Yun na nga.
Kasi matagal na hinihintay yung articles of impeachment. Eh nung alam nilang nandun, bakit mag-adjourn kagad? Pwede naman silang mag-adjourn sana kinabukasan, February 6, para they can act upon on the
Or,
articles of impeachment. Di ba?
or,
Tama yung sinabi mo.
or acquire
Napansin ko yun.
jurisdiction.
At napansin natin on live TV na they already have advance information na nandun na sa Senado. Yung articles of impeachment. Kasi napansin ko nung smiling face pa si SP Escudero when he lifted the gavel as a sign to adjourn. Smiling face pa, pero parang he paused in a few minutes and then parang gusto niyang tingnan kung merong reaction
Yeah.
tungkol sa pagdating na ng articles of impeachment. Pero wala kasi parang tayo-tayo club ang nangyari, pare. Alam ko, palagay ko, meron na silang prior agreement, lahat ng mga senators, na pag dumating maka-adjourn kagad para may rason na they cannot tackle it. At meron na silang palusot, as you said.
Yeah.
But going back, pare,
Okay.
sa sinabi mo na ang isang palusot ni Senator Escudero ay bakit nagmamadali ang House of Representatives? Matagal nilang inupuan yung tatlong impeachment complaint. 2 buwan, sabi niya, di ba?
Right.
Sa sa lower house.
Right.
At ngayon kami naman ang minamadali nila.
Kung na lang yun.
My point here is, pare, sa tingin ko, wala nang pakialam ang House doon at wala na siyang pakialam how long it took the House to endorse the impeachment complaint to the Senate, because ang reckoning time ay mula nung dumating sa Senado yung articles of impeachment. Hindi ang reckoning time ay kung kailan nila inumpisahan ipila ang impeachment complaint sa lower house. The reckoning time is in the Senate. So, and yet, after that, ang sabi niya, ay umpisahan na namin sa June 2nd when there will be a session. Sabi niya, di ba?
Bye.
When we will resume session. And then, as you said, dalawang buwan sila, nag-recess sila ng 1.5 to 2 months before they started convening the Senate as an impeachment court. In the case of Justice Corona, Chief Justice Corona and Ombudsman Gutierrez, di ba?
Yeah.
2 buwan yon lang, 2 buwan. How many months naman yung this impeachment complaint kayo na dumating sa Senado? Ilang months naman ang waiting time?
5 months.
5 months. So he cannot use that as an example.
Y-
Kasi yung dalawang naunang impeachment na process na nangyari, eh 2 buwan lang ang waiting time bago nag-resume sila. Ito, 5 months. So he
Para
cannot even use that as a comparison. Hindi ba?
para para nangyayari parang he is buying time.
He is buying time because meron na silang agreement sa mga senators, lalo na sa mga re-electionist senators as we have
Oo.
discussed in the previous vlog.
Baka naglalabi yung mga ibang senators doon, kaya buying time. Yun lang ang dahilan.
Yeah,
Yun lang
exactly.
alam kong dahilan na may na
Pero
paraan nila.
pero yung mga justification ni Senator Escudero ay napakababaw.
Napakababaw.
Kaya
Wala namang nagse-second demotion sa kanya na ibang senador.
napakababaw dahil ang sabi niya sa forthwith ang sinabi sa Constitution, hindi naman daw immediately. They are one and the same thing. Forthwith and
With,
immediately means the same.
without delay.
Di ba napakababaw yung mga alibay niya?
Mababaw nga
My God,
without delay. Pati yung
I
kanyang
cannot imagine how a brilliant lawyer can go that law.
you know,
Just to save his position, pare. Kasi kung hindi niya depensahan yung kanilang pinag-usapan ng mga senators, lalo na yung mga reelectionist senators, baka tatanggalin siya sa pwesto.
yeah.
Di ba? And you see how power and ambition
Pero
can
sabi,
can make a brilliant man law.
yeah.
Yan ang nakikita ko ngayon sa sitwasyon ni
Pero sabi
Senator
naman daw
Escudero.
niya, nung may nagtanong sa kanya na kapwa niya taga Sorsogon, na wala daw siyang ambition to be the next vice president.
Kasi presidente ang gusto niya, pare.
At, baka nga, he's not inclined daw to be chosen as vice president kung sakaling ma-impeach si Sara. O nga, baka ang gusto niya, presidente. Kaya ganon na lang. Kasi sabi niya, pati nga yung, ang sinabi pa niya, para Teddy, yung you can be qualified to become president if you are 40 years old. They can choose uh, anybody from the lower house or from the Senate who had reached the age of 40 years old. Kaya hindi naman daw siya interesado. So we don't know really what is in his mind kung bakit nakakaganon. From now, 5 months from tomorrow, March 1, bukas uh, sa atin dito sa California. Doon sa Pilipinas, March 1 na doon ngayon.
5 months sa July 30 umpisahan ang impeachment trial, pare.
Kaya,
Ito sa June 2nd ay 1 week lang sila mag-session, more or less. At hindi pa maumpisahan ang trial noon. Puro mga preliminary proceedings lang.
yeah, and to
And
finalize
then
the
ang
rules.
sabi niya, tatapusin niya hanggang October.
At hintayin pa yung SONA, State of the Nation
Yes,
Address
hindi.
ni
Hindi, kaya nga, pag assume ng new Senate, doon siya mag-umpisa ng trial. tatapusin niya hanggang October. In other words, 3 months niya tatapusin yung trial.
Right.
Yan
Uh-huh.
July August, September, October.
Right, right, right.
Kung 3 months lang pala niya tatapusin ang trial, bakit hindi pa inumpisahan ngayong March? March, April, May, June. Tama-tama, the case should have been decided during this present Congress, 19th Congress. Kasi
Oh,
19th Congress will bow out on June 30, di ba?
yeah,
So, if he had the interest of, urgency
yeah.
as mandated by the Constitution, then he should have convened the impeachment court as early as February. And he started the trial
Right.
on March at matatapos, kung 3 months ang timetable niya ng trial, matatapos noong June 30.
Sana.
Hindi na kailangan continue sa new Congress. When the new senators will be, 12 senators will be newly elected.
Kasi ang isang yung rason din niya, yung campaign period, siyempre, marami din mga naglalabi sa kanyang incumbent senators na gustong mag, uh, mag, magkampanya. Pero, alam mo, may nagsabing isang kandidato ng Senate na, in fact nga, kung nakatelevise ang impeachment hearing, yung mga incumbent senators, doon pa lang sa TV, kaya na hindi sila mampanya sa mga probinsya o sa kung saan, doon sila ma-expose sa uh, television proceedings. Di ba, ng
Exactly.
impeachment?
Exactly. Para na rin silang nagkakampanya
Yes.
because they will be on live television, di ba?
Yes.
So it will be favorable to them kung ang
Correct.
trial ay mangyari ngayon.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah. Kaya hindi sila mangampanya, pero hindi sila sa
Of course, makikita ng mga tao.
station. Nakikita sila.
Oh,
Di ba nung ang Senate President noon, si Juan Ponce Enrile, he
exactly.
was able to conduct the proceedings smoothly.
Very well.
He was a hero because tinitingala siya.
Yeah. At saka marami ring sumikat na senators doon na
Right.
nag-participate sa trial.
Oo,
As senators judges, di ba?
correct.
Saka mga congressmen na
Pero
prosecutor.
hindi naisip ni Conito.
Exactly. Had the trial been commenced uh, these days, March,
Oo.
magandang ah, ah, magandang event ito sana na mapanood ng lahat ng mga botante, di ba?
Correct, oo.
At dito pwedeng magpasikat yung mga re-electionist senators
Right. Oo.
uh, to get the votes, di ba?
Oo. Precisely. Kaya na din, pati mga either opposition or pro-administration or independent, it's their time to shine
Yeah.
in that impeachment trial. Okay.
Pero ang problema lang kasi if they will kung bago mag-election ang judgment day, ang pagde-decide nila sa kaso, sa impeachment case,
Hmm.
malalaman ng public ang kanilang stand, di ba? Kung kanino sila, if they are in favor of convicting Vice President Duterte or acquitting her. Yun din ang isang tricky part kasi pare,
Yeah, yeah, yan, yan.
pag magkaroon ng impeachment trial at magkaroon ng decision before the election. As we said, and we discussed before in our previous vlogs, ma-expose sila sa Mindanao, yung mga mag-convict kay
Bak-
Vice President Duterte, so they will lose votes in Mindanao.
you know,
Yun naman mag-acquit kay Vice President Duterte, mananalo sa Mindanao, pero matatalo sila sa Luzon at parts of Visayas and NCR, di ba?
oo.
Ay, so, gaya ng sinabi mo, nandun sila sa dalawang nag-uumpugang bato, di ba?
Oo nga. Medyo uh, te, te, we call it tenuous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the reason. That's the I think that's the overriding reason kaya they settled into an agreement not to conduct the impeachment trial during the campaign season.
uh,
Kaya kailangan after the election na.
After the election. But
My problem is, ang nakakahiya ang sitwasyon niya ngayon dito ay si Senator Escudero kasi siya ang taga-depensa eh.
oo nga,
Siya ang
siyang,
taga-depensa ng maraming clamor for an immediate convening of the Senate as the impeachment court. To the point, he is stooping down to
to
his
the,
to a low level
uh,
that it would appear to me na parang stupid siya dahil ang interpretation niya sa sport with ay hindi immediately. Wow.
kasiguro,
Where is the
forthwith,
brilliancy
yeah,
na pinakita niya noon nung nasa congressman siya? Kaya doon siya sumikat.
oo,
Wala na. He
wala
knows,
na.
I think he knows deep in his heart na tama yung mga sinasabi ng mga legal luminaries na yung forthwith ay walang patumpik-tumpik, kaagad-agad, without delay. Pero alam niya yon pero he has to
Pangmaakal lang yan.
disregard that because he has to save his post.
Uh,
At
Nagmangang
Senate
lang yan.
President, baka papalitan siya
Ay, malamang.
ng mga re-electionist senators spearheading the coup d'etat in the Senate.
Correct. Kaya medyo nawala rin ako ng gana.
Pero ang may sasakripisyo nga dito, as I said, is yung image ni Senator Escudero as a brilliant lawyer.
Yeah, wala na. Uh, it, it's now evaporating.
He stooped down to that level.
Mm.
Di
Uh,
ba?
yeah. Before, hangang-hanga ako sa kanya. Pero ngayon medyo
Wala, nabawasan na yung hanga ko rin sa kanya eh. At ewan ko lang kung anong masasabi ng kanyang mga estudyante sa College of Law. Alam ko, he was teaching College of Law before.
ganon.
Oh.
I see.
Inaabangan ko sa social media or sa mainstream media kung merong naging estudyante siya na magreklamo dahil hindi yan ang tinuturo niya sa amin nung araw. Hindi ang forthwith ay immediately ang tinuturo niya sa amin. Sabi nila, di ba?
Uh-huh.
Of course, that's the proper interpretation of forthwith is immediately. Walang
Correct.
patumpik-tumpik, agad-agad, di ba?
Yeah.
Correct.
Wala nang paligoy-ligoy.
Yeah, exactly. So, nagpapakababaw siya kaya,
Hmm.
wow, just because he wants to save his position as Senate President.
Yeah. But pag niya, meron din siyang araw pag nag-convene na ang Senate.
What a price he has to take, ha?
Yeah. Right. Anyway, meron pa tayong breaking news
Okay,
ngayon
pare. Oo nga pala. Meron tayong breaking news. Mga kababayan na nangyari dito sa Amerika just today. Ngayon lang.
this
Kanina
morning.
Friday. Diba?
Oo.
February 28 namin ngayon. March 1st ninyo dyan. Kaninang umaga, it's headline, palagay ko, pati dyan sa Pilipinas, bukas ninyo. Palagay ko, February 28 namin ngayon. Or maybe nasa television na ninyo. But anyway, we will share with you ang nangyari sa White House this morning. Ang meeting ni na Ukraine President Zelensky at si President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance at mga key officials ng administration sa pangunguna ni Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Dan, will you take it away?
Yes, Ted, alam mo, ako ay nahihiya. It's like shameful. Dahil ang president ng Amerika, si Trump, who's supposed to be the leader of the free world, who's supposed to be the leader of democracy, who will espouse freedom and liberty, siyang nag, nagiging emboldened tuloy ang ating mga kalaban na Russia, China, at North Korea sa kanyang ginawa. Pero mo, instead na isuporta si Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, pinapagalitan niya. Alam mo, nung panahon ni Hitler, Ted, when the Axis power declared war, or si Hitler invaded Europe, walang kumampi sa kanyang freedom-loving nations. Kaya ang Amerika sinuportahan yung mga taga-Europe. Pero ito, nagtataka ako, Ted, dahil instead na suportahan niya ang allies natin, ang sinusuportahan niya si Putin ng Russia na kalaban natin. Ano kaya ang hold ni Putin sa kanya? Bakit gano'n na lang ang pagdefensa ni Trump kay Putin? At sabi pa niya noon na ang nag-start daw ng gera or war is
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah,
Anong pag-iisip yon, Teddy?
and I think he was corrected by the US media.
Yes. Kaya this is the low point of the history of this country which we
Hindi,
adopt.
ang nangyari pare sa tingin ko at nag-start ang mainit na debate doon sa White House. Ang nag-umpisa nito si Juan J.D. Vance, di ba?
Oh, kasi
Kasi
sumisipsip.
kasi sinabi niya na US would like to initiate diplomacy as a solution to the war in Ukraine. To which Zelensky replied na, what kind of diplomacy do you mean, JD? That was, as I paraphrase yung reply ni Zelensky. And then, pinalo up pa ni Zelensky yata, you have not been in Ukraine, sabi niya yata. At nagalit na si JD Vance.
Yes.
You are
Napikon.
disrespectful, sabi niya kagad. Oh
Napikon.
my God, wala naman disrespect sa tingin ko sa pagsasalita ni Zelensky Kaagad nagsabi siya kaagad, you are disrespectful to this to America and to the Oval Office, sabi niya.
At sabi pa niya, Ted,
And wala akong nakitang disrespect
I know, same here. At sinabi niya, you didn't even thank America. Sabi niya, ipanang thank niya sa American people.
Yeah.
Pagtulong. Bakit? Is that not enough? Gusto siguro for Zelensky to genuflect.
Yeah.
To kiss the ass, sorry for this word, of Trump and J.D. Vance. Kaya it's a sad moment in our history, Ted, na
kasi mainitin yung ulo ni J.D. Vance pare.
Pare-pareho sila. Pare-pareho sila, Ted.
And then yung pala si Vance ang kanyang track record sa Ukraine-Russia war ay ayaw niya palang magbigay ng aid sa Ukraine.
Yes.
He was senator. He opposed the package of aid that was being discussed sa Senado.
Pero ito naman ang take ko dyan, Terry. Yung aid na sinasabi is in the form of military hardware.
I know.
Military equipment. It's not monetary. So ang nakikinabang ng yun, ng military equipment na yun, is the American companies because they built these military armaments in America.
Mga contractors.
Contractors, the manufacturers. So, in fact, he was also corrected by other commentators, even uh, President Emmanuel Macron of France, that uh, tinigilan pati tinigilan si Trump nung nagyayabang na siya.
Yeah.
Kaya na, it's, maraming sasabi na it's the infamy of American diplomacy. Pero kung dapat sana doon, kung ganoon, parang he was gang up si Zelensky, he was
Oo nga. Wala
ambushed.
akong nakitang disrespect
Wala, wala.
sa pakipag-dialogue niya sa Oval Office. Kaya lang, itong si, as I said, si J.D. Vance is hot-headed. So, I think there was one Democratic senator also na ang comment niya ay nangyari yan because J.D. Vance is in the room.
Kung gusto niya magpasikat, gusto niya
Yeah.
sumiksip,
Yeah.
ganun ang nangyari kasi ang nag-appoint sa kanyang running mate si Trump.
So,
Tapos,
what happens now, pare? Kasi akala ko yung objective ng audience na yan, they're supposed to sign an agreement on the
Art
supply of
rich
on the
mineral of
supply of your titanium.
wala na, hindi na matuloy kasi wala, doon sana nila i-declare sa press conference, pero Zelensky was voted out for the first time.
Maganda sana kung papayag si Zelensky yan dahil guys, mga kababayan ay very rich in titanium deposits. Minerals ang Ukraine at 30% ng exports ng Ukraine ay titanium. Ang titanium ay isang mahalagang mineral ginagamit sa karamihan ng industries, lalo na yung spacecraft, di ba pare?
Yeah,
Na kailangan ng Amerika. Aircraft industries, automotive industries,
yeah, batteries.
batteries. Sayang. Dahil nag-init ng ulo yung Vice President natin.
Parang sa palagay ko, Teddy, parang binastos si Juan,
I
si
think
Zelensky. Dapat sana kung ganito ang kanilang ginawa, they should have discussed these uh, diplomatic issues or peace issues or crimes, war crimes or whatever, or to stop the war, is hindi na sana na-broadcast ito para
akala ko sabi mo dapat wala si Ban sa kwarto.
isa
So,
rin
wala.
yun. At saka si Secretary of State Marco Rubio, dahil he was appointed by Trump,
Yeah.
tahimik lang siya ron.
Yeah, tahimik, hindi siya mainit. Basta nagumpisa ang init sa Oval Office nung nagsalita si J.D. Vance, di ba?
Oo.
Kasi parang napahiya siya nung sinabi ni Zelensky kasi na, "You've never been in Ukraine. How can you say that?" Sabi niya.
Na-insulto. Ito mga they
Tapos,
have their
tapos
future.
naging hot-headed na.
Kaya
Nag-flare up
nakakaya
na.
tayo. We are no longer the leader of the free world, Teddy. I hate to say that. Hindi na maasahan ng Western allies natin for America to support and defend our allies in Europe and elsewhere. Kaya huwag tayong umasa dahil even in the Philippines, huwag natin asahan itong administrasyon ito kung ganun ang kanilang uh, policy or uh, patakaran na basusin ang isang leader ng isang independent nation.
Pero pare, happily naman in-exempt yata ni President Trump ang Pilipinas sa mga foreign assistance funding na ibinibigay nila
Yeah.
ng Amerika sa foreign countries. Kaya uh, we acknowledge
Yeah, we acknowledge.
yung ginawa niyang exemption na yan because in the first place, kailangan ng Amerika ang Pilipinas.
Yes.
The Indo-Pacific,
Yeah.
especially sa mga ginagawa ng China. Kailangan nila ang Pilipinas.
Of course, because the interest of America is for the South China Sea to be open sea lanes,
Exactly.
so that the trade will
Yeah.
thrive because lots of goods come from Southeast Asia and uh, East Asia and South Asia. Kaya
Yeah,
importante yung sea lanes na yun, Ted. Kaya kung,
exactly. And the Philippines plays a key role
yeah,
in the maintenance of balance of power in
oo,
Asia, di ba?
oo, kaya, kaya hindi nila basta-basta tayo pababayan. But with this uh, style of Trump, kasi we, we should not de- depend too much on him dahil pabago-bago ang isip niya eh.
Yeah,
Kaya ako
exactly.
natatakot sa kanya dahil erratic ang kanyang behavior eh. Kaya,
But anyway, let's hope for the best, pare.
yeah,
Anyway,
let's hope for the best.
is barely a month long ang kanyang administration niya, di ba? One
Oo,
month na, di ba? January. No,
oo,
no, more than 1 month.
yeah. At for the information of other kababayan, Ted, yung contractor namin sa bahay, dahil nagpa-upgrade kami, he is Mexican-American. Nung minsan nagpunta sa bahay, he was doing some construction here. Sabi niya, Dan, I made a mistake. Sabi niya, what do you mean you made a mistake? I voted for Trump, but I made a mistake because the inflation is rising now. Sabi niya, so I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Sabi niya. At yung isa naman na Filipino college graduate na he was hired 3 weeks ago as an IRS agent sa Fresno. The parents supported Trump during the last election, and now, of course, he was on a probationary period as an Internal Revenue Service agent.
Aha.
At pati siya, he was fired. So how you're destroying the future of these people.
Dahil yung layoff ng federal
Layoff,
employees, no? Yung mass layoff yata ito.
uh,
How many now? How many now ang na walan ng walang
8,000
pwesto?
indiscriminate
Thousands.
by the thousand, indiscriminate mass firings. Kaya
Yeah.
naawa ko sa kanila, Ted, how can they survive? Maraming na fire, mass firing.
Si Elon Musk yata ang mastermind sa mga mass
Siyempre,
layoff, pare.
with the imprimatur of
Yes.
Trump. Kaya next time we will discuss this
Yes,
further.
next time. Okay.
Yeah. Dahil
Alright, mga kababayan, i-discuss namin yan at mga iba pang ah, important aspects ng American life. Dito sa Amerika, ngayong ah, bagong presidente namin under President Trump Part 2. President Trump Part 2. Dahil Part 1 na before in 2000, is it 2016? First meeting?
2016 up to 2020.
Yes. Okay, mga kaibigan at mga kababayan, magpapaalam na muna kami ni Dan at iusap lang po namin kung maaari lang, kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-subscribe, please subscribe po. Paki-share na rin po at paki-like na rin ang aming mga video at kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa mga naunang nag-subscribe na at nag-share at nag-like at uh, from the bottom of our hearts we express our gratitude to you all. Please keep on patronizing Buhay Pinoy sa Amerika at Rodeo TV channel. Dan?
Yes. Good night everyone, mga kababayan sa buong mundo. So kami nagpapaalam muli at sana'y subaybayan niyo uli kami, tangkilikin uli kami para may bahagi sa inyo ang aming mga pananaw, ang aming mga iba't ibang topic sa buhay namin dito ngayon sa Amerika at saka nangyayari sa Pilipinas para alam niyo nung aming mga damdamin na kahit na kami nandito na sa ibang bansa, ang aming uh, ang aming damdamin ay nasa Pilipinas pa rin at nasa ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye po.